Hi there, it's Ruth, and today we'll be looking at multiplying fractions. This video is geared towards covering most levels because the fractions will take different forms. All right, the first question we have is 4/5 times 3, or 4/5 times 3. My first step is usually to convert the whole number to a fraction, so that students could really see that we're multiplying the numerators and the denominators separately. So we convert 3 to a fraction by dividing it by 1. So this becomes 4 times 3, and I'm extending a fraction bar, and now multiplying the denominators. 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 1 is 5. So 4/5 times 3 is 12/5. This is expressed as an improper fraction, and oftentimes students will be asked to convert from improper fractions to mixed numbers. And I'll link that video so as to explain or assist with that conversion. Basically, we want to know how many whole fives can we get from 12. So we'll be dividing 12 by 5. We know that this goes 2 times 5 is 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. And the setup here will help us with converting 12/5 to a mixed number. We know that we got 5 from 12 2 whole times, and the denominator will remain unchanged, and we have a remainder of 2. The remainder becomes the new numerator. So 4/5 times 3 is 2 2/5. The second example is 2/7 times 6. Again, I will convert the 6, the whole number, to a fraction so as to clearly show students that we're essentially multiplying the numerators and then multiplying the denominators. So this becomes 2 times 6, extending a fraction bar, 7 times 1. Now 2 times 6, again, 12. 7 by 1 is 7. So we'll, again, an improper fraction, we're expected to make the conversion. So we want to know how many whole 7s do we get from 12. We know that 7 times 2 is 14, so that's going over. So 1. 1 times 7, 7. 12 minus 7, 5. Again, this setup will help us with our conversion from this improper fraction to a mixed number. We know that we got 7 wholes from 12 one time, right here, once. And we have a remainder of 5, and the denominator remains unchanged. So again, this setup helps us with the conversion. 2/7 times 6 is 1 5/7. Okay, next one, 1/5 times 3. Again, convert the whole number to a fraction by dividing it by 1, just to show that we're essentially multiplying the numerators and then multiplying the denominators. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 1, 5. So this is in fact a proper fraction, and we wouldn't need to make that conversion to, a mixed number. All right, so on this slide, we have 3/4 times 2/7. Again, we want to multiply the numerators, then the denominators. 3 times 2, 6. 4 times 7 is 28. But when we look at this fraction, we can see that it can be further simplified. And we could simplify our fractions by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. We're going to begin with 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 28 divided by 2 is 14. So 3/4 times 2/7 is 3/14. All right, next example, we have 1/7 times 4/5. Again, we want to multiply the numerators, then multiply our denominators. 1 times 4 is 4. 7 times 5 is 35. So 1 over 7 times 4 over 5 is 4 over 35. The third example we have 3 over 5 times 5 over 6. And again, we want to multiply our numerators followed by our denominators. 3 times 5, 5 times 6. 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 6 is 30. We again realize that this fraction can be further simplified if we divide the numerator and the denominator by 15. And we see that 15 over 15 is 1 and 30 over 15 is 2. But to expand on the last example, 3 over 5 times 5 over 6, the fact that we have a 5 in the denominator and the numerator here, we could go right ahead and cancel out the 5's. So this actually becomes 3 over 6. And again, we could simplify this fraction by dividing the numerator and the denominator by 3, I'm sorry. And then that becomes, again, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So it's a different way to approach the same question. We'll look at examples where we'll actually have to convert these fractions to improper fractions, and then we could multiply the numerators and the denominators. And I'll link that video again to assist with the conversion from a mixed number to an improper fraction. We multiply the denominator by the whole number, then add the numerator. So 3 and 1/6 represented as an improper fraction will be 3 times 6, 18 plus 1, 19. And the denominator remains unchanged. So we could see, all right, next step, multiply the numerators. 19 times 2, and the denominator is 6 times 5. 19 times 2 is 38. 6 times 5 is 30. But we see, again, this is an improper fraction, and you might be asked to convert to a mixed number. So essentially, we want to know how many whole 30s can we get from 38, and that will be 1. The denominator, again, remains unchanged, and the new numerator is the remainder. So we got 30 from 38 once with a remainder of 8. So 3 and 1/6 times 2/5 is 1 and 8 over 30. But when we look at the fraction part, the 8 over 30, we realize that this can be further simplified by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. We could divide by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So 3 and 1/6 times 2/5 is 1 and 4 over 15. All right. Next example is 1 and 3/7 times 4 and 2/3. So we have two conversions to make. 7 times 1, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 over 7. 4 times 3, 12, plus 2, 14. So again, we go ahead and we multiply our numerators and then our denominators. 10 times 14 is 140. 7 times 3 is 21. So we want to now know how many whole 21s can we get from 140, right? Okay, so let's set up our long division. And we know that, okay, let's see. 21 times 6, 6 ones, 6, 6 twos, 12, 126. So that will work for us. So we know that we can get 21 from 140 6 times. So 6 times, again, 121 is 126, and we do our subtraction. 126 from 140, it'll be 14. Am I correct? 14. Okay. So we'll use this setup here to assist with the mixed number setup. So we got 21 from 140 6 whole times. The denominator will remain unchanged. It will be 21, and the remainder is the new numerator. So this becomes 6 and 14 over 21. When we look at the fraction part, we realize that we can further simplify this by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. And if we divide 14 by 7 and 21 by 7, should be able to simplify this fraction. So this will become, okay, 14 divided by 7 is 2, 21 divided by 7 is 3. So 1 and 3/7 multiplied by 4 and 2/3 is 6 and 2/3. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you. If you have additional questions you're working on and you feel stuck, please leave a comment and I'll be sure to assist. Thank you so much.